Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Goliath and the Sins of Babylon from 1963. It's directed by Michele Lupo and stars Mark Forrest and Jose Gracchi. Ha! I have to laugh because this film is titled Goliath and the Sins of Babylon, which to me means that Babylon has done something wrong at the very least, if not actually are wrong. And yet, the official plot synopsis on IMDb incorrectly states that it's about Goliath trying to free the Babylonian people. So along with the admission that I'm not very up on Greco-Roman history I made a few reviews ago, I have to admit to something else that is a little more far-reaching as it affects every movie I watch, not just the Greco-historical epics. I have a terrible short-term memory, and part of that means that I don't retain names of people or places very well over the course of a couple of hours. I could be watching a movie and really enjoy it, and yet after the film is finished I won't remember character names or locations in the film. So I usually have to resort to using the actor's name, as that is more long-term memory based, and as far as specific places and things in the film, I will sometimes have to give a vague description. I don't know if this is technically a failing on my part, as it isn't something I can adjust for, so I don't feel like it's necessarily a my fault situation, but it is definitely a fault situation, and I wish it wasn't so fucking prevalent. Which brings us to this movie, because I had to make a special voice memo to remind myself the names of the locations, Nephil and Babylon. Babylon is the conquering land that has a peace treaty with Nephil, where they demand choice of 30 beautiful virgins once a year, and a group of men decide to fight back, and they draft a man named Goliath to their side, although I don't know why they call him Goliath, because in all honesty, he's not that big of a guy. Andre the Giant, now there is a Goliath man. Adam Scherr, better known as Braun Strowman, is a Goliath man. Mark Forrest is imposing, sure, but Goliath? No, not so much. However, I'm pleased to report that I actually liked the Sword and Sandal epic. And it wasn't because my eye was falling on a particularly attractive man through the film. No, I actually was paying attention for the story because I found it, dare I say, good? Which is why I'm going to give Goliath and the Sins of Babylon a B, and tomorrow we move on to the first of the Hercules films in the collection, Hercules and the Captive Women. See y'all then.